The annual Who's Who in Portland Meteorologist happening tomorrow at OMSI. And joining us live, their ringleader, forecaster Steve Pierce. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning. It's crazy. Ringleader. It makes me feel so special.
And
You
you
are special.
It's so great to wake up on a Friday morning and hear about all the other crazy news that goes on in the world, and then to know we can talk about the weather.
Exactly. Now, this is a big deal for you guys every year. Tell us what's going to happen.
Well, this is the 21st annual Winter Weather Forecast Conference held at OMSI tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. That's free and open to all ages of the general public. And what we have is we have three main forecasters, as we do every year, sometimes four. The National Weather Service office in Portland will headline the event. And then, of course, TV meteorologist that a lot of folks may remember from the 80s and the 90s, Jim Little. He'll be there. He's going to give his weather forecast for the winter, as will all of the other presenters that are there. And basically, they look ahead at the months to come across the Pacific Northwest with a focus, of course, on the Portland metro area and western Oregon, as well as the Cascade ski slopes, and don't forget the folks over in eastern and southwest Oregon as well. We kind of throw out the old weather dice, give them a roll, and see what's on the, what's in the crystal ball, so to speak, which I guess is exactly probably what you're going to ask me next. What's in the crystal ball, right?
You took the words right out of our mouth. We don't want you to give away the farm, but can you give us a peek?
Oh, sure. Of course I can, guys. You're the best. Of course I would do that for you guys. Essentially what we have, we look always, when we're talking about long lead forecasting, which is what this would be considered, we look first to the tropical Pacific Ocean for what we have all heard before is is this an El Nino winter? Is this a La Nina winter? Well, the answer to that is no, it's neither. The temperatures in the tropical Pacific on the ocean are about normal for what they should be this time of year. So that would be considered a neutral year, or as the former state climatologist George Taylor affectionately coined it, a La Nada winter, which I think is pretty accurate
That's
definition.
good.
Yeah, so we don't really have any clear signal. In a La Nina year, we would expect to see wetter and cooler than normal conditions, of course, and then in an El Nino year, we expect to see warmer and drier conditions across the Pacific Northwest for the upcoming winter. When we have these neutral winters, we don't really have a clear signal at all. So we look back at similar years, also known as analogs, where we've seen neither El Nino or La Nina in the past, and that will sometimes give us a good indicator. Well, when you look back at all the neutral years in the past, there's probably about a half dozen to maybe a dozen over the past 50 or 60 years. There are a couple signals that start to stand out. Number one, we tend to see highly volatile weather, a lot of changing weather. Like we saw record rainfall there in the end of September, and then all of a sudden the tap just shut off, and it's been beautiful and dry all of October. We see trends like that. And then we also see that actually Portland and the Willamette Valley down right at sea level see sometimes some of their snowiest winters in these neutral winters. So if you like snow and you like a lot of highly volatile weather, then this might just be your winter for that.
Okay. Well, so we just have to wait and see, huh?
Yeah. One other thing, the ski slopes. Usually in a La Nina winter, they see an abundance of snow, and the opposite in an El Nino, kind of like we would down here. But in a neutral year, they tend to see about average snowfall. So skiers that might be a little bummed out that we're not hearing the word La Nina this winter, not a big deal. But we're going to go into great detail tomorrow at 10 a.m. at OMSI, and the public's welcome to show up. It's a free meeting. And we're even going to raffle off a $300 Davis Home Weather Station to one lucky winner.
All right, very cool. Have fun. I know you guys do. Is there any real disagreement between the folks who are forecasting the winter?
Any fist fights?
Yeah, any chairs get thrown or anything like that?
Anytime we talk about global warming. And that's exactly where I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to no one will touch that one with a 10-foot pole.
All right. Enough said. All right, so 10 o'clock tomorrow at OMSI.
All right, yeah, guys, that's where we'll be. Thanks a lot.
Very cool. Forecaster Steve Pierce with us on First Edition. You can read more from him on his blog at Columbian.com.